Alrighty guys, so I wanted to go over my trade recap of Afmd from yesterday, on January 25th. So this was a pretty terrible trade, in my honest opinion. So let's see here. This was trending up pretty much all pre-market. We can go back a day. So as you can see, it closed right here at 370, gapped up to 4, gapped up to 4, and then just uptrended pre-market pretty much all the way up to 5. So this was the pre-market gainer. I believe it was about 28% of the day. Pretty much uptrend, topped out right here at 480, pull back pre-market, and then it ramps back up to 490, and then as you can see, it goes red pretty much all the way into the open. And then at the open, let's see if I can zoom in on this bad boy. So we go over here. I don't know why it doesn't. Let's turn off show extended hours, see if that helps. I have no idea how to make that thing work. I just want to look okay. See, this is a impromptu. If I can figure out how to, I would mess with this earlier, but I don't know if I can get it to quite work. Well, clearly, I should just sit around and part with this sometime so I can get it to work. But, whatever. Alright, so, whatever, I'll mess with that sometime in the future. Maybe I'll have a better video lesson. But anyways, you can see right here from this one green candle, the open, it went from basically 460 all the way up to 5. My goal was to buy at 480. As you can see, this was it was 1 minute, and that was it. So it was super quick, which I am not yet. I'm probably just trying to find a way to practice just paper trading entries and getting them in quicker. Because this one screwed me. My goal was to buy 480, but it blew through 480, and I had an order saved at 480 to buy 200 shares. Nope, it's not saved anymore. I canceled that one. But so I typed one in to do. I meant to type in 500, but I typed in 50. Again, I was rushing it, so lesson learned. And I bought 50 shares. It got executed right here at 495, which is pretty much into the top. I had another 15 cents upside. It was within seconds. So I mean, the trade was going wrong. And since I typed it in, I didn't realize I typed in 50, typed in 500, and I kept trying to sell 500 shares. At 470, 460, and it wasn't going through. I kept saying that's not correct. So I was panicking, so I had to look over here at the order status. I had like 50 shares, and luckily it caught itself right here at 440, and then it came all the way back up. I was able to sell into the spike, which I wasn't really planning on doing. And I mean, it just works out. It makes me look good, but really, in all honesty, I was just trying to get the hell out of this thing. That pretty much was a high for the rest of the day. It was this 456, and it just faded the rest of the day. So this was a dumb play. When I chased it, the overall markets were getting QQ pretty much going down. NASDAQ is just downtrending, even on a longer term daily chart. Ever since pretty much the new year, which is right here, it's just going down. Maybe it had a slight bounce and it's going down again. So the overall markets are going down. So my count is roughly about $1,200. So what I'm probably going to do is take some time away, not stop trading. Possibly watch, since I'm in class, I can really only play the open. The rest of the day it's really hard for me to check in on the markets. So I'm going to try and I started a spreadsheet. I'll pull that up real quick. So I started a spreadsheet, trade strategy. Took this from Tim Grattani's notebook. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start tracking the morning gap ups and seeing how they would do. So I'm not going to care about the float or the market cap. I'll just mark that. So I'm going to pay attention to the float, the market cap, the percent short, and how much it gaps up. So I'm going to look for a gap up of 10%. So I'm going to look for above average pre-market volume, and then I want to see where it opens, where it closes, how high it gets by 10, and the low by 10, if there's a positive catalyst. And this would be like a failed spike or a successful spike. So obviously going back, this isn't it. Was the ticker, the Afmd. This would obviously be considered a failed spike. Just for the simple fact that it didn't really go anywhere 1 minute, and then it just goes down the rest of the day. What was a good one the other day? Spike that comes to mind. Oh shoot. Easy. It's 5 in the morning. I can't remember. I had one in mind. I know this is a little older, but let's see. This was a while back, but this was a more successful spike. I don't know if I can get back that far. Let's see if we may do a 5. We'll do a 5 minute. 10 minute. See, this was a more successful. This is what I would call a more successful morning spike, just because it kept going for more than a minute. So that's what I want to see. Some longer green candles, whereas opposed to Afmd, the candle was going to 1 minute and you can see that it was just a wick. There was no candle body. The candle body occurred. I should have waited and see where it closed, I guess. And again, the volume wasn't all that huge. Let's see what the daily volume turned out to be. The daily volume was definitely above average. It was larger than this day back in October, in which it actually spiked and held some gains reasonably well. It closed up much higher. This one pretty much open and closed for a no change. It's only 0.25%. So definitely a lesson learned. Pay attention. So the lessons I learned from this one are, one, I need to get better at keying in entries and exits, because that screwed me over on this one. The second lesson is pay attention to that pre-market, especially going into the open. It faded, like I said, into the open. I didn't know. Now I know that's a little more crucial to pay attention to. It's looking good all the way into the open right here. If this opened at 490, this might do better just because it's at its pre-market highs. It pretty much uptrended all the way in, besides this dip. But this last part was an uptrend in, but instead it faded into the market and opened up in this, I guess, resistance support of pre-market at the mid 470s, shot up to 5, and then it just got stuck. So that's another thing. The overall markets are getting crushed. So like I said, my plan is to do this trade strategy for probably a month. Just track it, see where it goes, and then from there, I am going to probably try and put some money into my account so I can short. Just because I'm going to look to short these bad morning spikes. This would have been a great short because this huge 1 minute candle right here after that spike, this red candle from about 470 to 450s, 440s, was a lot of stop losses. There were probably stop losses going off of here because 450 is a round number, and there might some people may have put them right here in the low or the upper 460s, right below this pre-market consolidation, if you can even call it that. But it is pre-market, so some people could have set stop losses right there. But regardless, so we'll see where that goes. A bright side, cut losses as fast as I could. So I only lost $40 on a $1,400 or $1,300 account. So sucks, but another lesson learned. So just keep cutting losses quickly and learning as best I can.